So when it comes to finances, there are 7 distinct levels of financial independence that can be attained. And I will say that while money should not be your only goal in life, learning how to handle money and reaching financial independence is the key to providing for yourself and giving to others in need. So in this video, we're going to break down the 7 different financial levels of independence, how to achieve them. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe so you will receive my weekly videos about money and finances. So when it actually comes to wealth, most people actually are amazed to find out that financial prosperity and independence is definitely measurable and attainable. One important thing that I want to note is this, that the higher the level you achieve on your financial journey, the more financial autonomy you will achieve at the same time. It's that simple. Level 1 is where you actually are living with your parents, and this is consequently called the dependence level. And you will find that you are basically somewhat dependent on them for your basic and financial needs. And really, that's okay to get started, because here's the deal, we all start there. But one thing I will say, it is very crucial in this stage to start earning income for yourself. This is the stage that you have little to no expenses. And think of it this way, this is the foundation years. And it's a perfect place for each one of us to start saving as much money as you can, because this is actually the foundation of your financial success. So think of it this way, the more money you have saved up, the easier it's going to be to buy a house, start investing, or actually start paying off in the college. And once you graduate from this level, you are going to go from dependence to the next level, which is survival level. Now, this survival level differs a little bit from the dependence level. It is usually when you move out on your own and you start making enough money to kind of start covering your expenses and pay off your bills while you are not actually falling into debt. But you have to be careful, because this is where many people get stuck in a rut by just paying their bills and never really getting ahead. But one of the things that I've learned over the years is the way out of this is to take inventory of your spending and make spending cuts wherever necessary. So one way to get ahead in this level is to start living below your means. And what we mean by this is, if you have 2 incomes in your household, why don't you try living off of 1 income? This has been something that my wife and I have been doing all of our life. And what we do is we live on my income, and we actually get to bank or save her income. And here's the great part. Once you get your spending under control, you are likely going to fall into the stability category. And the stability category is going to be level 3. And in this level, you are actually holding your own. You are starting to make enough money. This money is starting to cover your bills, and you actually have money left over. And you probably will have at least 6 months of living expenses in your emergency funds. And this is where you psychologically start to feel like you are getting your finances under control. I love to follow Dave Ramsey and Ramsey Solutions. And Ramsey Solutions recommends saving about 20% of your paycheck to put back into savings. So I have an example. If you're earning $55,000 a year and 20%, give or take, is going towards taxes, you're going to be left with about $44,000 net income. Now, if you're saving 20% of that net income, you should be saving roughly about $8,800 per year, or around $730 per month. And I'm telling you, before you know it, your nest egg and your snowball is going to start to increase. And I'm telling you, having extra money opens up a huge amounts of possibilities for you and actually puts you in the driver's seat financially. And level 4 is when you start to have financial security. You are starting to fund your retirement accounts. You are maybe having high interest savings accounts that are designed to give you long-term financial security. This is the level that most people strive for all their life. And most times people will achieve this level at about 60 years or beyond. And while they're still working, most of that money goes into their long-term investments. Maybe it's a long-term investment property or an Airbnb. So in essence, you are actually accumulating wealth and starting to diversify your portfolio. Now, one thing I would say is financial security is nice, but financial independence is actually better yet. And this is level 5. And by its definition, it means that your investments are fully funding your lifestyle. And this is where most people start to withdraw around 4% of their portfolio value every year. All right, so let's say, for instance, you want to live on $60,000 a year. Let's assume the 4% rule of withdrawal rate. You would need to actually have $1.5 million invested in your retirement savings or in some money market somewhere. Now, keep in mind, at this point, you are not going to need to work. You can do whatever job you want to if you want to, because your life is entirely up to you and is being fully supported by your investment portfolio. Now, these last two levels are the levels of financial freedom that most people dream of, but they don't often get there. But the 6th level is actually when you have financial freedom, where you have the characteristics to do whatever you want because you have so much money that you are not actually even worried about running out of money at this point. This actually means that you can live your lifestyle whatever you want, you can afford any luxuries you want, and you can do whatever you want to when you want to do it, because you actually have total financial freedom. So the last and final level of financial wealth is the 7th level, and that is financial abundance. So you may be a person that reaches this level, and at this level you are actually having all the money that you need, and you're finding ways that you can actually steward the wealth of future generations. This wealth can actually come maybe from a large payout of a company, or it can be a big family inheritance, or whatever the case may be. But in either case, this is when you have more money than you will ever need. And you basically look for avenues and ways to be able to fund your charities and to be able to pass on wealth to future generations, because you quite frankly have all the money in the world that you will ever need. All right, guys, so make sure you subscribe to my channel so you never miss my videos, and let a comment in the section below on what level of wealth that you are currently living in. And remember, I will see you in the next video.